What if I told you there was a time in history when people couldn't stop dancing? And some actually danced themselves to death. This isn't a myth. It really happened. Today we're diving into the strange and unsettling story of the dancing plague of 1518. It was July 1518 in Strasbourg, a city in what is now France. The summer was hot, food was scarce, and disease lingered in the air. In the middle of all this, one woman, known only as Frau Troffea, stepped into the street and began to dance. But this wasn't joyful dancing. It was frantic, unstoppable, almost desperate. Within a week, dozens had joined her. By the end of the month, historians say as many as 400 people were dancing uncontrollably in the streets. People danced until they collapsed. Some suffered strokes or heart attacks. Chroniclers wrote that the authorities even tried to build stages and hire musicians, hoping the dancers would dance it out. But that only made things worse. The music fueled the frenzy. Contemporary accounts say that people were literally dancing themselves to death. So what caused this bizarre outbreak? Historians still debate it. Mass hysteria / stress psychosis. Strasbourg had been hit by famine and disease. Some researchers argue this was a case of mass psychogenic illness, a collective stress response where people lost control of their bodies. Ergot poisoning. Another theory is ergot, a hallucinogenic mold that grows on rye. It's the same fungus linked to St. Anthony's fire. Consuming it can cause spasms, hallucinations, and convulsions. Religious or spiritual belief. In medieval Europe, outbreaks of dancing manias were sometimes tied to saints. Some believed this was divine punishment, and dancing was the only way to break free. No theory fully explains why hundreds of people joined in, or why it stopped after a couple of months. The dancing plague wasn't the only case. Similar outbreaks happened across Europe between the 14th and 17th centuries. But Strasbourg's epidemic is the most infamous, partly because of its scale, and partly because of how well it was recorded. It's a reminder that history isn't just wars and kings. Sometimes it's mass events that sound too strange to be true. So was the dancing plague a medical mystery? A psychological breakdown? Or something we still don't fully understand? Whatever the cause, it remains one of history's strangest and deadliest outbreaks. What do you think? If hundreds of people started dancing in the streets today and couldn't stop, how would we explain it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more weird and fascinating history from Views from a Brain.